Hello and welcome, dear students. I am Mrs. Pooja Pohokar from FE Department, PCCOE Pune. In today's session, we will be starting with part of unit number 6, that is conversion of energy from one form to another. In today's session, we will basically concentrate on mechanical system. Now, in mechanical system, what kind of question comes in the exam is, there is a motor which drives a pump and it is used to lift a water. This is most common type of examples where you just have to focus on work power energy part of this system. Now here in the diagram you can see this is electrical to mechanical energy conversion, where input is electrical, that is given to motor drives the pump which is used to raise water to certain height h. Now when such type of question comes in the exam, most of the time what data is given to us is on the output side, by how much height the water has to be raised, very firstly, and secondly here you can see efficiency is given, efficiency of motor and efficiency of pump. This data is given. Most of the time this data is given and they tell you to calculate the input electrical energy. Okay, so how we will proceed with such type of examples? So very firstly we will calculate the output power, that is mgh. Now you know mgh is potential energy. Okay, so very first step you can see that here the first step is written here, output is mechanical. When a body of mass m is lifted vertically through height h, then p out is equal to mgh joules. Okay, so this is the output energy in joules. When we want this output energy in watts, so you know joules per second is watt. So when I divide this mgh by given time, I will get that in watts. Okay, once I calculate P out in watts, as I told you, efficiency data is given to us. What is efficiency of the system? And we know efficiency is always output upon input, right? So if I'm keeping P out as mgh, that is joules, then with the help of efficiency, I will get input electrical energy. Okay. Now when I convert this output to power, how I can convert it to power? Mgh divided by time, that is joules per second. It will, if I calculate the output power, then with the help of this efficiency data I can calculate input power. So here you can see percentage efficiency is energy output upon energy input into 100, or that is also equal to P out upon Pn into 100. Okay, so once you have calculated the output part, you know the efficiency, you can calculate the input part, where the input you have to calculate with the help of efficiency data. Okay, so input is electrical. Once you calculate the input, that is in watts, the question comes, calculate the electricity bill. So for calculating electricity bill, they give you cost per electrical unit. Okay, so what is electrical unit? It is kWh. So input power is in watts, you convert that to kilowatts. Okay, so but what you want, kilowatt hour, so that kilowatt you will multiply by number of hours. Okay, number of hours for which that system is being used, so you get kWh. Okay, so that will be kWh for one day. If you want to calculate kWh for entire month, you will multiply that by 30 again. Okay, so this is total kWh for entire month, and then they give you cost for 1 kWh. So that cost you multiply by total kWh and you get your monthly bill. So just proceeding to the summary of whatever I have spoken right now, just go through this. One electrical unit is equal to 1 kWh, that is equal to 1000 WH, watt hour, right? K stands for kilo, so it is 1000 watt hour. 1 watt hour is equal to 1 watt into, so 1 hour means how many seconds? 3600 seconds. Okay, so what I get, 1 watt hour is equal to 3600 watt seconds. Watt seconds means what? Joules. Okay, 1 kWh is equal to 1000 WH. Yes or no? Kilo I have replaced by 1000, right? So that comes out to be 1 into 10 raised to 3 into 3600 joules, which comes out to be 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joules. Just remember this. What do you mean by kilo? Hour means how many seconds. Then this 1 joules is equal to 0.2389 calories. Therefore, 1 kWh is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joules. That is also equal to 860 kilocalories. And the next thing is electrical power is equal to voltage into current. Just remember this. Now, this comes the summary of whatever I have spoken till now. Very simple concept. Okay. Here, what is the system? Input is electrical input is given to the motor pump set, and you get the output, which is mechanical. Okay, so on the output side, what happens? Water is lifted through a certain height h. Okay, just remember this. Once you understand the question, remember, most of the time they give you the output data. Output data means by how much height the water of certain mass has to be raised. They give you efficiency. So what you have to calculate is input electrical power, that you have to calculate. Okay, so how we proceed? Very first step, we will calculate P out, that is equal to mgh. Mgh is what? Potential energy, so its unit is joules. Okay, once I calculate the output energy, we convert that joules to watts, because I want to convert input power. Okay, because power is in watts. Okay, so it is up to us whether we want to keep it in joules, whether we want to keep it in watts, but finally you have to calculate watts only. Okay, then so what we do, I convert that P out, which is in joules. So you convert P out in joules to watts using energy is equal to power into time. Okay, next, efficiency data is given to you. So use efficiency, that is P out upon P in. Okay, so to calculate P in, which is electrical in watts, here if you keep P out in joules, then you get that P out in joules. Okay, once you get P in watt, calculate kWh, means you just have to convert watts to kilowatts and then multiply by the number of hours used in one day. We have discussed this. What is kWh? Kilowatt hour. Okay, so P in you have calculated in watts, convert that to kilowatts. Okay, how will you convert that to kilowatts? So if the answer is P in is 3000 watts, if you're getting, so how much kilowatt it will be? It will be 3 kilowatt. That simple it is. Okay, so you convert watts to kilowatts, then you multiply it with number of hours. Okay, that system is being used, you get kWh. So this is kWh for one day. You have to calculate bill for 1 month, so you will calculate, multiply that kWh for one day into 30. Okay, so you get that kWh for entire month. Then they give you cost per kWh, so you calculate the total kWh into cost per unit, you get the total cost. So this is few formulas about electrical system. So in electrical system, electrical work is equal to VIT joules, that is equal to I square RT. You know, V is equal to IR, Ohm's law. You just put that, you get these two formulas. So this is electrical work. Now remember here that the time is in seconds. Next, power is equal to voltage into current. So again you put V is equal to IR, you get I square R and V square by R. So unit is watts. 1 watt is 1 joules per second. We have already seen this. Energy is equal to power into time, where power is equal to V into I. Time is T. 1 watt hour is 3600 watt seconds, and 1 kWh is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joules. So this is few of the points that you need to remember about electrical system. Okay, now we will come to the numerical. Now here, what is the numerical? So just see, whatever we have discussed till now, here we will apply it very properly. So here, find the current drawn by a crane motor when raising a mass of 1000 kg through height of 10 meters in 10 seconds. Supply is 400 volts DC, gear efficiency is 0.6 and motor efficiency is 0.8. This is the question. So as I told you, we most of the time they give us the data about the output. How much is the mass of the water, by how much height you have to raise. Okay, and efficiency data is given. So here you can see mass given is 1000 kg, height is 10 meters, time is 10 seconds, voltage they have given 400 volts DC, and efficiency of gear and efficiency of motor has been given. So very first step, we all know we will calculate P out, that is equal to mgh, that is potential energy, so it will be in joules. So I calculate P out, I put m, g and h. So you can see we have put here 1000, 9.81 into 10, so we get that as 98100 joules. Okay. Once I calculate P out, I will calculate P in from efficiency. So I know efficiency is output upon input. So input will be P out upon efficiency. So we have put here the value of P out that we have calculated, and efficiency of motor and gear they have given separately. So in this case, total efficiency of the system will be multiplication of 2. Okay. And efficiency we never take in the percentage. Okay. So anyways, here they have given us 0.6 and 0.8. So we multiply it. So we get P in value as 204375 joules. So this P in is in joules. I want input electrical energy, okay, or power, yes or no, that is in watts. Pn in watts I want, so Pn in joules I divide by time, because joules per second is watts, right? So I just put the value, time they have given us, so I get Pn in watts. So the question is what you have to find the current I. So I know power is equal to V into I. Okay, so this watts value is equal to voltage they have given into I, so I get the current here. Okay, so logic everywhere will be the same. Okay. Second question, a water pump lifts 50 meter cube of water per hour to a height of 20 meters. The overall efficiency of the water pump set is 0.6. Find monthly bill when the pump is used 4 hours a day for a month of 30 days at rate of rupees 5 per kilowatt hour. Okay, very simple question. They have given us the mass of water as 50 meter cube. Okay, you know 1 meter cube is 1000 kg, so total mass will be 50 into 10 raised to 3 kgs. Okay, height they have given 20 meters. Now your total efficiency they have given as 0.6. Time they have given 1 hour, so that comes out to be 3600 seconds. We have to calculate the monthly bill. Okay, so very first step, P out, that is equal to mgh. We put the value of m, 15 to 10 raised to 3, g as 9.81 and h as 20. I get this value. Okay, so this is in joules. I want P out in watts, so I divide it by time, as they have given me the time that we are raising it. For a time of 1 hour, right? So here you can see. So what we can do, see 50 meter cube of water per hour, so time they have given 1 hour, that is 3600 seconds. So I put that value joules per second, so it gives me watts. I have watts value of output. I know efficiency, I can calculate P in. So P in comes out to be 4541.67 watts. Okay, so I convert that to kilowatt because I want to calculate cost, means I need kilowatt hour, so that watt I convert to kilowatt. So 4.541 kilowatt it will be. So daily consumption, so this is the consumption that I have got. Okay, so daily consumption, how you will calculate? P in into number of hours in one day they are using. So see the question, you come to know what you have to do next. They have given us find monthly bill when the pump is used 4 hours a day, so I have to multiply that by 4, yes or no? So I get total utilization for one day. Once I get total utilization for one day, I multiply it by 30, so I get monthly consumption, and then I multiply it by cost per unit, and then I get the monthly bill. Now in the next example, an average water head of 200 meter is available for an hydroelectric power station operating at an overall efficiency of 80%. Calculate the volume of water required to generate 1 unit of electricity. Okay, so they have given us that we want to generate 1 unit of electricity. So output is electrical here. So you can see P out is 1 unit, that is 1 kWh. Efficiency they have given us 80%. We have to calculate the volume. Okay, so very first step, P out is equal to 1 kWh. P in is P out upon efficiency, you know. So I just put the value of P out as 1, efficiency, I get input. So what will be the unit of input? That will be the unit of output, that is kWh. We know 1 watt hour is 3600 joules. Hence P in joules we can calculate as 1.25 into 10 raised to 3 into 3600, right? That is equal to mgh. We put the values, I get mass in kgs, and 1 meter cube is 1000 kg. We put the value and we get the answer. Thank you.